I still recall the summer I spent in my grandmother's village in Afghanistan, the air thick with the smell of freshly baked bread. And the sound of women's whispers. As they worked in the kitchen, my curiosity got the better of me. As I rummaged through the dusty corners of the old mud house, beneath the kitchen oven I stumbled upon a tattered pouch hidden away for years. It was an ordinary leather bag, but what it contained sent shivers down my spine. Inside were grids of names, some I recognized, some I didn't write. In what looked like blood, alongside cryptic rituals and symbols, my grandmother had always spoken of Jadoogar, the dark arts practiced by some in our village. But I never thought I'd stumble upon evidence of it. As I pored over the contents of the pouch, a creeping sense of dread settled, and I felt like I was uncovering secrets that were meant to remain buried. I recognized some of the names on the grid. They were relatives who had died under mysterious circumstances. Others were people I'd heard whispers about in hushed conversations around the village. I knew I had to get rid of it. But as I held the pouch, I felt a strange connection to it, as if it was pulling me in with an otherworldly force. I recall my grandmother reciting verses from the Quran whenever she sensed something was amiss, so I did the same. I read the Ayat al-Kursi. Aloud, the words felt like a balm to my frazzled nerves. As I watched the pouch being consumed by flames, the ashes scattered in the wind. But the sense of unease lingered. I felt like I had only scratched the surface of something much darker. My grandmother's eyes seemed to hold a secret. When I told her about it, a flicker of recognition followed by a swift dismissal. She attributed it to the work of a jealous neighbor, but the look in her eyes told a different story. As the days went by, I began to experience strange noises in the night, whispers that sounded like my name being called. I tried to brush it off as the wind or my imagination, but the feeling of being watched persisted. I started to notice strange coincidences. Two people I'd seen on the grid were somehow connected to events in my life. It was as if their fates were now intertwined with mine. I can't shake the feeling that the Jadoogar pouch was just a symptom of a larger curse, one that has been festering in my family for years. The more I try to uncover the truth, the more I realize that some secrets are better left unspoken now. When I look back at that summer, I wonder if I merely unearthed a part of a much darker legacy, one that still haunts me to this day. I am left with the haunting feeling that I will never be able to fully escape the horrors that lie hidden in the depths of my family's past.